Okay, not gonna lie, not gonna lie. That that was a pretty long first day investigations. Oh God, I was a little bit tired, a little bit tired. Oh, voicing everything for like over 2 hours. 2 hours, just me doing everything, all the voices, and whatnot. But just like, oh man, uh, I took a little bit of breather, but trial former, what? We never had that before. Doesn't mean trial former. Well, time to find out. How did that investigation go, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their clients. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without Faye helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do this, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. So instead of a Faye, we have a Sky. And the sky's the limit. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth, the final, well, not the final, but, you can be our last, prosecutor guy we're gonna be facing for a while. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in the courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of those around me might say. The judgment is to be made in our hands, not of those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's parking lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Miss Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough of Queen? Haven't I seen you before? Somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl.
Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession?
Ah, and for you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? I'm wondering that myself. Like, what the heck? Name, profession, now.
Me? The name's Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Star was a detective?
Yeah, I'm really noticing that, Emma's, like, drawing is very different compared to the others. I know who you are. Cough up? Yeah, like, Lana, Angel, like, they're really different, like, since now we're, like, you know, kind of going back and forth with each picture. Yeah.
Cup of Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with your description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up the prosecutor's spaces? Yes?
That's the judge, my bad.
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
The parking lot floor plans add to the court record. The parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
And this seems rather cut and dried, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright. I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? They're in collusion. They're colluding with each other. The witness account.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garnish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointing tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing your lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel being so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Hey, Monty Python reference. Very well, Miss Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay, cross-examining. So, let me just check. Cause a 4.5 inch. Okay, a single stab wound. Okay.
How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenience evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
But what is the motive? As we found out that they have no connections to each other. The victim, and Lana, they have no connections. So what is the motive? The only motive that I can see here is that Angel killing Goodman and then pinning the blame on Lana just so that she loses her job and then maybe potentially Angel takes her place. That's how I'm seeing.
Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired?
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Yeah, I doubt it's unbiased and unflawed and flawless. I highly doubt it. This boyfriend, he's a detective?
Not that boyfriend, the bodyguard.
Wait, so you have multiple boyfriends? She has multiple boyfriends. She said, not that boyfriend. The security. That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, the other boyfriend. Care to join?
She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets. Return to where she belongs. She returns to the streets.
The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll sit with the lunches. Thanks.
Note to self, the judge has to think before replying. The security guard is in the lot. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. So it's up on the second level so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. And not gonna lie, how would someone notice that if they were playing on the DS? Like, that would be pretty hard to see. And even for me, like, just playing this on, a bigger screen, I barely notice that. And I just like to say, oh, let's see what's up there. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
I mean, she didn't say that. We're just assuming that. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard. Hard yellow and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with an odor of an old cheese match. In any case, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
By garish car, you mean?
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth. Wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just see what we can do. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep your silly opinion to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Yeah, oh, unbiased, flawless, but I hate prosecutors. Oh, I'm not being biased. I'm just saying the truth. Oh my god, I'm so totally not a hypocrite and double standard warner. Eh.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. Did you cry plagiarism? I may be regarded to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I showed it to a prosecutor? Think again.
Unbiased, she says.
My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Whoa, this is most certainly the defendant. The photograph of the crime as photographed by Angel Star. I'm trying to see, like, with this photo, what is off with it? Uh-oh, that's unmistakably Lana Sky. I'm trying to see, like, what is off with this. Because it's in black and white, we can't really tell whose car it is. All we can tell is that it has a spoiler. Like with Edgewood's car. If only... What's up with this game with black and white? This game takes place in 2016. You should have color. Sheesh. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I say the blade was about 4 inches long.
Just checking the facts. Okay, does the 0.5 inch count as the blade length? Or the entire knife? Because it says, oh, the blade is 4 inches long. Okay.
Is that right, Miss Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set. Perhaps chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Miss Wright. We can make it.
You said that before, Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
Uh, What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that.
So we have to present something. In her right hand. Um. What could it be? Okay. Let me just save. Okay. In her right hand. Point bit, okay. She never said the time she came in. Okay, so why don't we get the security guard to testify, and if he's right, or if he says the same thing, then unless that wall there blocks the view. I'm not sure. Like, it seems. What of these? How would she know it was Detective Goodman? And, but why is it called Trial Former? I don't know. How about this? Nope, that's wrong. It never said a Trial Former before. Oh, man. It's nothing off with the blade either. I mean, I don't see it. Like, I'm not seeing what I have to do. Like, I don't know which one would it be. This is so difficult. Okay, thrust the knife, tip of the knife into goodness chest. I am pretty lost on this. Oh man. Like, yeah, she wouldn't know if it was in her right hand. What would it be? 6-7S 12-2. Oh man. Yeah, I am legit. I press every statement, but I don't know. She was laid off. Talk about multiple boyfriends. Yes, it's in block A. Send something. It wasn't a no. Jeez. Oh man. Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna press her on this. I mean, it says 4 point What if I do this? Nope. Oh, man. No. Load. Oh, man. I am lost. Hmm. And new witnesses. I just, I had to sadly look that up because I had no idea what. Well, I didn't know. Just and you witnesses. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirled lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thought? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken a moment before the stabbing. It was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Uh-huh.
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat?
I mean, you can't tell because it's in black and white, so you don't know if it's blood or not. But it's a black and white photograph. Oh, yes. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. My problem is that it could not be blood as well, so you gotta consider that too. No problem. Except you.
Mr. Wright, are you just going to sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, then try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. The Prosecutor SKYE was cold calculated like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Yeah, let me just, okay, yeah, we're wearing a hat.
Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Whoa, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
These gloves do seem to tell tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned, and it was a premeditated crime.
So does she just have like one serious eye and one like flirty eye? Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flash wound, Mr. Wright.
Oh, yeah. This same. Okay, so it has to be the last one. I mean, the last statement to press her on. What could prove that... Oh, went too far. Too far. What can we do to prove that it wasn't premeditated? How would she know that Edward's car was gonna be there? We do that. Nope, that's wrong. Cause like how would she know that Edward was gonna be there at that time? She didn't. She had to call ahead of time. Cause he put his car as 5:12, but yet he got stabbed at 4 and bled out for an hour and a half. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it at all. Oh man. This. Nope. Just trying to like relate to the car. Just like anything related to the car. Just like how would you know? How would she know? Yep, Edgeworth's car. Uh. Mm. No prints? Well, yeah, if it was planned, like, she would have taken the blood off. And, of course, no prints. There we go. Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know? That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Miss Edgeworth's trunk. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belong to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right?
Mommy, a prosecutor bad people.
The defense has a request. We ask the witness to provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you say that Lana SKYE planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon.
Oh.
The knife just so happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Order, order, order. Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is as good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana SKYE, murdered the detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us the only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deductions are not to be underestimated.
Really now? Okay, the deduction. Let's hear it.
Lana SKYE intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way out to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
No, oh, there we go.
Contradiction. No, 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 no. She did not stab him multiple times, again and again and again. Only one stabbing. Died from bleed out.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like a premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I order a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Like, we already know the answer, but we're just gonna press, all the way through, just so we have, some added detail in case something comes up. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know.
That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she was about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Half-baked.
Something's half-baked here, alright? It's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why do you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves.
You have no proof that Miss SKYE called him there.
You have no proof that she didn't?
Oh, we do. We did. Well, we got the last redial. And the redial was, for Emma. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana SKYE's phone.
She might have written him a letter.
Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office, where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness, why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? And what's that grudge? What kind of grudge?
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Of course you don't, because she didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside it?
How am I supposed to know?
See, we agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this?
It's simple.
Yeah, that's wrong. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's size smells of citrus fruit.
How can she tell that from across the hall? Across the room? You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly?
We often say it, chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't really mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done?
How come she gets all mad at me? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people.
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know.
Miss Starr has turned out to be as short tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? Kind of. I mean, yeah. I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Alright, so... I dropped my controller. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's just head to this and... Boom! You say she stabbed him over again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? I kinda did the judge's voice, kinda forgot.
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Her red muffler?
Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck.
But how do you confuse that with blood? Oh, but she wasn't wearing one in the photo, so no.
She can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
She's right. Miss Skye was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for a splatter of blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like a kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. What if she just stabbed him multiple times in the exact same place? Just like, because she's that precise. She's like, apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder? Alright. There we go. Wait. Oh. I've been pressing B and B brings it back and keep on forgetting. Alright, so also let me just save. I'm gonna go a little bit longer than I usually go for. So let us prove it with this. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. What the heck is Edgeworth doing? What is Edgeworth doing?
Huh? But that can't...
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. No, but something red. Really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the moment, the important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
Those are both snakes. So why?
That's me, Angel Starr.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
You know, details is important with, cases like this, just saying. No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
Wow. Let me just see. Yep, they were still both up. Okay, just had to make sure. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.